let's say you're debt free. Let's say all you have is a mortgage, right? So you're debt free or all you have is a mortgage. You got good, healthy cash flow, good income. You got some pretty cool credit cards. You know, you're still doing the same thing. Now, you know, you don't have any debt on your HELOC, so all you're doing is just running bills on a card and then paying it off each month. Okay? You can consider the pay to play credit cards, right? This is an improvement that I made in my personal finances. The only debt that I have is my mortgage, which is a first position home equity line of credit. I'm scheduled to have this paid off in about 3.5 years. Okay. Outside of that, no debts, right? Just assets, money in the life insurance policies, right? I'm saving money, I'm investing money, I'm doing all the right things. So now in the last 1 to 2 years, transitioned cashback rewards to points because I realized, I saw that according to my personal finances, points were more valuable than cash, right? So points worth more than cash. I never thought that I would pay to play with credit cards, but then I ran the math and I saw, I can pay to play and then get all my money back that I used to pay. So now I have business credit card, a personal credit card, one that has a $95 annual fee, one that has a $595 annual fee. And so there are credits, points, discounts. I get back the $595 every year. I get back the $95 every year. And these points accumulate, which allow me to actually reduce my cost of living. So for example, in my case, I typically in a year stay in hotels anywhere from 30 to 45 days out of the year. I'm staying in hotels throughout the year about 30 to 45 days, sometimes more, right? Depends on how many business conferences and vacations I may take. Now, looking at just 30 to 45 days, if we were to Google, what is the average, and then Sandy, I'm actually answering your question right now about do I use fee cards? Now I do, yes, because of what I'm about to show you. I can just tell you that in 2024, I saved over 10 grand in hotel stays. So just using points, saved at least $10K that I was going to spend anyways. And because I use points, expenses on the business and personal side that I'm running every month, no matter what. And instead of taking cash, I'm letting these points accumulate. And then the points, when converted to value of booking hotel rooms, I'm getting about $10,000 worth of value. So I'm actually reducing my cost of living, even though I had to come out of pocket a little bit on the annual fee, but I get all that back plus more, right? So I'm playing this game. This is all a game. If it went away, I'm gonna be okay. So I also keep that in mind that I'm not relying on this stuff, but while it's here, I will use it, right? And if it goes away, okay, fine. I was gonna pay the 10 grand anyway, because I have to stay at these hotels anyway when I go to these business events, when I travel. For my honeymoon coming up, I'm staying at 5-star resort hotels in Spain and Italy. One of those hotels is the Waldorf. That's like the top of the top type of hotel. Like I'm literally the hotel, it's a hotel in Rome, and I'm behind the Vatican church. I could probably see it from, I'm like on a big hill and I can like see the whole city. It's insane. That hotel alone, for the amount of, I'm gonna be there 5 days, I think. We're talking like 7,000, easy, probably more, right? Euros, okay? So that means US dollars worth less, right? So I need more US dollars to pay for that. So I wanna say it's a total of, 14 days between Spain and Italy. So almost 2 weeks. I'll be saving over $10,000+ in hotel stays because I use points. Yes, nice honeymoon gift. I mean, it's money I had already saved because I said, okay, I'm gonna get married. And when you get married, there's something called a honeymoon. that you have to go on, and you have to pay for all that, because I don't come from the family where um, anyone has wealth to give to pay for these things. So I was like, okay, as a young man, I not only have to buy the ring to propose to this woman I fell in love with, and then I also have to, plan the wedding itself, and that's thousands of dollars for the wedding and then there's a honeymoon that you have to go on. Oh my God, right? So I'm like putting all this math together. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? Okay, so I saved the money previous years, kept swiping the credit cards, stacking up all these points, and then I got even more strategic with it, and I enrolled my wife, fiance at the time, and I said, "Hey, you should get a credit card, and I'm going to refer you to get this credit card. I get 20,000 points, you get 20,000 points when you sign up, and then you start using this credit card, right? And then we'll pool our points together and use that to cover all of our hotel stays." It was over 560,000 points, I believe, and it covered all our hotel stays. And if you were to look up these hotels that I'm staying at, these are all 4.5, 5-star hotels. You can't get in there for probably under 500 a night, for some of the rooms that I'm staying in. So insane, lots of money, completely covered. So that means the 10,000 I had in cash already, where does that money go? Well, we got options. I could pay down more debt. I could invest it. I could save it. I could, put it towards more different protection products. So it's like, oh wow, this is tax-free money. This is after-tax money, tax-free money that no longer gets spent, that I get to keep and compound it even more. Okay, so the pay-to-play game I would only do if you're debt-free or all you have is a mortgage and you have $1,500 or more in cash flow per month and you got good solid income, good discipline with credit cards, and that's something that we can look into, where we now find the credit card that's perfect according to a certain lifestyle expense that you have. Let's say you go on planes a lot, you travel. So maybe you don't stay at hotels too often, but you're traveling on planes. Well, let's pick an airline that you're the most loyal to. Let's get their highest value credit card, the pay to play option. And then now you're racking up tons of points to cover your airline fares, and or vice versa. Maybe is it hotel stays, is it car rentals, right? Let's figure out what these points that you could be accumulating could potentially cover. And the goal is to reduce cost of living for me personally, still, because I still have debt. So I still want to reduce cost of living. I don't want to just say, oh, I have points plus the 10,000 I was already going to save. So let me take this 10,000 and the points and let me go stay at a 6-star hotel. I don't even know if they have 6-star resorts, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like now you're going way, way too much, right? Like a honeymoon is different, but all the other days, that 30 to 45 days, I'm staying at very economical hotels. I'm not trying to ball out every single time I stay at a hotel, right? Now, if there's a deal, there's a deal. Cool. But the idea is you would maintain the same level of use, not go up because you have points plus cash, right? You want the points to replace the cash, take the cash difference and invest it or pay off debt, right? Let's figure out what that would be. Okay, so we did debt, tools, and debt review. And we did assets reviews. These are action steps leaving this call. For some of us, it's one thing. Some of us, it's 2 or 3 things, whatever you have the ability to manage and move forward with. And if you're a lifetime client, it's been a while since we had a phone call, you need to book a call. Let me hold you accountable. Let's pick those things and let's keep pressing forward.